This is the Asian session review in the spot gold market for Thursday, the 30th of July 2026. This was a tricky one because my traditional fixed range volume profile covers the gold pit trading hours, which are 8:20 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. New York time. It's usually where the majority of the volume is traded in the gold market, coming what I look at before the Asian session opens. But because of the FOMC uh, meeting that occurred 4 a.m. my time, we see a lot larger bars here with a lot more volume. So on these days here, I will run a fixed range volume profile from here, so I don't have to do anything with my indicator, all the way to the close of day. And that just gives a better indication of where the value area highs and value area lows. If there's no difference, I'll take it off, but we can see the point of controls were both very low down here, so a lot of volume was traded. Obviously, we don't know if that was buying or selling volume, but we now are very aware that there was a lot of buying going on here by big institutional players who perhaps knew what the decision for the Fed would be anyway, and they've made their money. So doing that, we can put in a larger volume profile zone here. And that gives us sort of my setups for the Asian session. So coming into Thursday, we immediately traded back down into this value area high and rejected that value area high. We also rejected an upslope in dynamic value line. So I wasn't at my desk, unfortunately, but this would have been a lovely trade. Really, it's come down, closed back above here. So we are in bullish price discovery because we're above the value area high and above the dynamic value line. We're still below the upper value fire line, but it gives us a target to trade into. So a limit order, what was the ATR at that time? It was quite intense. So coming 62, dropping down a little bit to 58, so just double that. So 116, so it gives us somewhere to put a stop, which is below the low of the day, so that's good, below the dynamic value line. And targeting just this upper value line makes a lot of sense. So that would have been a beautiful trade. Unfortunately, I wasn't at my desk that early, which is completely on me. I can't whinge or cry about that. If I wasn't there, I wasn't there. And that did influence my next trade, unfortunately. After seeing this trade go by, I was thinking, well, I think we are going up to the previous day's high. We have the first upper fire line here as a target. We've broken this upper value line, so we're in full bullish price discovery, as I call it. We're still inside this range here, of course, but for me, it was worth taking on this break, coming back down, buy limit into this line here on this touch here, and trying to trade at least up to here. You know, high of the day, I'd have to be watching to see what price does there. But unfortunately, it just reversed. I mean, it never saw hardly any profit, and eventually I got stopped out. So after seeing a very nice trade that I missed and then a stop out here, I had to sort of regroup, think about, okay, what is the potential now? We'd sort of immediately rejected off this. So it was a second touch, but I liked where we were here now. We'd sort of, on this bar here, we'd come down, couldn't close back inside the value area high, still on the dynamic value line. And at least I thought we were coming up to retest this or the high of the day here. Had to suffer quite a lot of drawdown on this one. It was over a sort of 100 ticks, but I wanted my stop to be below the low of the day. And if price kept on going through there, then so be it. I'd take a second loss and that would be it for the day. But lucky for me this time, the Shanghai Chinese Open, so the Singapore Shanghai Open came up and rescued this trade. I got out a little bit, like once I started seeing this retract, I got my first exit here, and then this was the target. Could have held on for much longer, but that was it pretty much. Wasn't going any higher than that, and then collapsed back inside the value area high and came all the way down to, would have been the opening, this opening line here. So that was pretty much the Asian session for that day. See if anything else. Just sort of chopping around above the value area high, but very nice long, very early, and a missed opportunity where there's a loss here and got some of it back on my second trade.